First, I'd like to say how privileged I am to be able to introduce tonight's video about Doug Hawthorne, a close friend of mine for many years. Doug is one of the most effective leaders I have ever met. Leadership, in my opinion, has three elements. The first is authority. The best example, a general in the Army. The general says, turn right, everybody turns right. The second form is influence. You have no authority, but you can convince other people to do what you think is right. Best example, Martin Luther King. Third component of leadership is example. Envision 100 troops pinned down in a trench in the Second World War with a machine gun nest at the top of the hill. At dusk, one soldier jumps out of the hill, starts up the hill, doesn't say one word. 30 seconds later, 99 other soldiers follow him. That is leadership by example. Doug demonstrates all three. And Doug, it's my pleasure tonight to welcome you to the Texas Business Hall of Fame.
In spite of the accolades, Doug Hawthorne, the soon-to-be retired leader of Texas Health Resources, maintains that his career was really more of a calling, based on years of creating and nurturing relationships.
As a young boy, there were lots of opportunities to be out in the community and in the neighborhood, whether it was selling Christmas cards or having a paper route, or working at the swimming pool in the community, all things that were fun to be engaged with, and point being, it was about relationships, which has certainly been the centerpiece for me in my life as a business person.
His career began at Presbyterian Hospital in 1970 after completing his master's at Trinity University in San Antonio. Hawthorne moved swiftly up the ladder from residency to president and CEO of Presbyterian Healthcare Systems. His colleagues called him a strategic visionary, and though his focus remained on delivering superb healthcare to people in North Texas, he knew their reach could be larger. In spite of the risk, Hawthorne formed Texas Health Resources, a successful merger between Presbyterian, Harris Methodist in Fort Worth, and Arlington Memorial Hospital.
We brought our facilities together. It was kind of like a fifth grade dance initially. You had Harris on one side of the room and Presbyterian on the other, with how will we bring ourselves together? And that's how we started in 1997, to create a single system focused on improving the health of the people in the communities we serve. Our mission, which was the first thing we agreed to, and that's the success and the significance of Texas Health Resources, is we were able to create an environment where we have a recognition of the past cultures, but the development of a new one, which has really made THR what it is today.
If I had a friend or an associate in the hospital, I'd come up to see them. And I run into Doug, and Doug was just, as you say, kicking the tires at the hospital. He was walking around, visiting with people, visiting with nurses, occasionally would look in on a patient. But that tells you a lot about the man. He loved the business, and he took very, very good care of it.
Today, there are 25 hospitals, more than 21,000 employees, and 5,500 doctors affiliated with Texas Health Resources, making it the largest employer and hospital system in North Texas, worth $5.3 billion.
Doug knows his business. He's a very good businessman. Doug knows his mission, and he knows how to achieve his goals in a very fair way. So Doug is able to build fabulous facilities, build great teams, merge great organizations together, and continue to provide great health care. So astute businessman, but also with great compassion and a great focus on his mission.
He's a real giver. I mean, he's a great businessman. He's built a fantastic organization, but he gives back. He's got that great balance where you take out of life, but you give back. And Doug is always doing something good for somebody else, and he's a great leader. He's built one of the finest hospital systems in the world that's here in our own backyard in Dallas-Fort Worth with THR.
As I look at my career, a significant portion has been in the community, really being a part of of things that have meant a lot to me, whether it's church, whether it's Boy Scouts, whether it's Citizens Council, whether it's Chamber of Commerce, a variety of things that really say, how can we advance our knowledge about healthcare through the leadership of THR, but it really is about how do we create relationships, and that's what my life has been in healthcare, and that's where the value will be and the memories will be for me, and the stories I tell are about the experiences and the relationships with people.
You know, I look at him as a giant today. He's a giant in healthcare, but he's joining with several other giants to be inducted into an organization that only accepts giants.
Well, it's a true honor to be inducted into the Texas Business Hall of Fame. Certainly healthcare is a business, it's also a calling. And so to be in this category with some remarkable women and men who have come before me and in this class as well is a true honor. People say, so are you looking forward to stepping down in your retirement? My response is I'm not a retiring type, so I will refire is the term that I use. Refiring to me means there are things yet to do that will continue to allow you to advance the things you believe in, your value system around people and opportunities to improve the community's well-being.